Human beings have largely been programmed by things outside ourselves into certain patterns of belief, certain narratives, certain identity stories. And so in Soul School, we call that programming, television programming, right? And so there's a cultural understanding that brainwashing is the bad thing. But here we say brainwashing is good because what we are doing is washing out the programs that have been allowed to reside rent-free in our minds for most of our lives. Okay, and so now I'm gonna tune in and give you a little example of brainwashing. And again, this is an example, not for you to become dependent on me washing your brain out, but for you to see the practice. And then the homework here ultimately is to record your own and then listen to it in your own voice. Because this is another thing that often goes sideways with affirmations is it's someone else's words and frequency and tone, and you're trying to adopt that. And this is like training wheels on a bicycle. And so what I'm going to model for you now are the training wheels on the bicycle. And you can use that. And there's no shade. You can use the training wheels I'm going to give you for as long as you need, right? I'm not an angry parent who's going to push you off your bike. But the goal, I want you to understand, ultimately is to be able to ride the bike yourself. So, not having me as the training wheels. And so now I will tune in and begin a little brainwashing to wash out some of the programs. Life life is normal and life is good. And my life is unfolding in a really good way. And maybe I don't always see or understand exactly all of the pieces or the steps, but I know and trust that Source is with me and Source is supporting me. And the source of all creation flows to me and through me and all around me. And I am safe and supported and held and cared for in every moment. And I can release the need to understand everything with my thinking mind. I am strong enough to let that go and to cultivate strength within myself through my direct connection to eternal source. Through that strength, and I allow that to guide me as I move through my day. And so I am strong, I am safe, I am protected, I am guided. And I release the need to be perceived clearly by everyone else. I'm going to also let that go because I am sovereign. I am free. I have clarity. I have clarity and I know that which I am creating in the world. I understand that I came here, that I chose to incarnate as a soul, that I chose to be here, that I chose my parents, that I chose this lifetime, that I chose this work, and that I chose a front row seat to the great shift, to the awakening of humanity. I chose this. And so I have free will. I have free will in this lifetime that I chose. And I am aligned to my mission. And so I move through my day knowing that I have agency and I have choice and that the mission is unfolding through me and that I am guided to the right place at the right time and I meet the right people exactly when I need to meet them. And I don't have to worry and I don't have to try so hard and I don't have to force everything. And all these old world ways I've been taught that I have to do things. They're going to get me once in a while and they're going to try to kind of hook in me, but I don't have to. I don't have to do that because I know and trust in the unfolding and that humanity is going to be free. That is the end point of all of this. And so my only work here is to hold that truth, to hold that vision, and to not get sucked in to all of the propaganda, that I am clear, I am clear and I am sovereign, and I hold that vision. And step by step by step by step, we walk each other home, back to source, back to wholeness, back to our fully original divine form here on earth. And so it is. All right, and so that is an example of brainwashing. And so then what you would do is, I have no idea how long that was, a few minutes, I imagine. But then what you would do is you've recorded that voice note for yourself. And now what you want to do is put it on and play that first thing when you wake up. I did this for years. I'm not kidding you. For years, I had to brainwash myself because I had so many limiting beliefs. And now you see, I could just go straight. But it wasn't like that years ago. I had to start with simpler things like, I believe I deserve joy. I believe good things are coming for me. I believe I can do hard things. I believe, right? And so you start wherever you're at and say the new belief, the new thing, whatever it is that you need right now. So mine was an example of where I'm at right now, and yours will be also. And so that's the work. Record the voice note, listen to it on repeat as much as you need. You're going to feel crazy, okay? But you know what's crazy? Society. Look around at what's happening. That's the crazy thing. You getting clear to your own inner voice is not crazy. It's good, important work. And I thank you for doing it. And we'll see you next time.